tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. A step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be outdoors,
Happy Thursday. It's 9 o'clock on Thursday, December 2nd, 2021. It's the second show of December 2021. It's one of the last few shows of the year. 2021's coming to a close. Tonight, we are working on the box set album Remastered. This is Kathryn Scraps Live. I'm your host, Kathryn. We're going to be crafting live, and we're making progress. So, we decided to do Z folds on the remaining pages, like big ones. We're going to do 2 half-sized ones on this page, 1 really, really huge one on this page, and then 2 half-sized ones on this page. I prepped all the half-sized ones, so the construction's done on all the half-sized ones. We have 3 left to work with. This one is not quite done. We still have to do a little bit of matting on the back here, but we do have matting done for the most part. So now we just have to kind of figure out what we want to do here, and then we can work on this one. So hello, happy Thursday. Welcome back from the holidays. Good evening, good morning if you're in a place where it's morning. Hello to everyone in the chat. Hello to Kathryn and Donna. How are you? Melanie, greetings. Mandy, hi, how are you? Candy, hello. I hope you're all having an amazing, amazing day. So, we can probably do whatever we want here, but to keep in mind that this will show. So we don't want to go too totally wild. We want to keep in the pink, kind of pink blue, papa yellow is kind of, that's where we want to live in terms of patterns and such. So I'm going to grab my bag of scraps, and I'm also going to go through the papers, my uncut papers, and try to put some things together, pull out some sheets that I think might work on this page and be cute. I forgot that I have this too. These are the backs of the front pages. So, oh, see, this will work. This both sides of this will be good because it's pink and gray. And we haven't used either side of this yet in this album. I'll pull that out too. That too. We can always use more of that. We've used this a few times, so no on this one. Sure. Ooh, yeah, we haven't used this one either. We have used this one and even on the previous page, but it might be good in small doses. So that's a little mini stack we can pull from. And then I'm just going to flip through here and make sure I didn't miss anything too spectacular. I do want to pull this out because I think there could be a place for the plaid that's on the back of the feathers that we already used. I don't know why I have 2 different stacks. Ooh, this is something that'll work with our color scheme. So in the chat, they're talking about the big books that we're reading next year in book club. And Melanie is giving a suggestion. She gave this afternoon, but after the stream had ended, or right as the stream was ending, I think, which was that in the months where we're doing the big books, you can section out your books and say, well, I need to read this many pages per day in order to be done with the book by the date of discussion. And then that started a discussion of, you know, what are everyone's goals for reading? And a lot of people do chapter a day. But Donna said, I used to read by chapters, but she's got the grandkids and she's exhausted at the end of the day. Well, that sucks, Donna. I mean, I know you like the grandkids, but it sucks that their mom is sick and you are picking up the slack. Okay, so I'm looking for the other sheets. Oh, I have them. So I'm gonna pull 2 of these out and just throw them in my to use pile. I don't think I'll use them on this page, but it'll be nice to just kind of have them in the stack to remember to use them. So let's see. Hi, Mandy. How are you? Gretchen, Jill, greetings all of you. I hope you're having a good day. Gretchen says that she used to try to get to the end of a chapter before going to sleep, but now she can only stay for a few minutes, and then when she closes her eyes, she has to stop. I tried earlier, like I think it was last month, I said maybe this will be the year I read The Secret History. Maybe I'll finally read the Donna Tartt's Secret History this year. And that book to me was like a sleeping pill. And it's so popular. And maybe it just wasn't the right time of my life to be reading it, but it was like instant snooze pill for me. So I wonder if I could use this on like a corner, have it wrap around, and then fill out with something else. You know, I don't know. That's a maybe. These are in the wrong spot. They should be with the cards. Just kind of want to see what I have in my scraps. See if any ideas jump out at me. I have a lot of pieces of this blue that I could probably piece together into something. I don't think I have any full sheets left of that sheet. I think I used all of them. Oh, and I have more of the butterflies. So if I want to try and do something with them, I can. Now they're from 2 different print stocks, so you can see that they're slightly different, so I'd have to work with that somehow, but I could do it, you know. I'd probably be capable. There's something about that gray with that blue kind of seemed interesting to me. There's a little bit more of that blue. Yeah, see, I don't know why I have such like relatively large pieces, but not really usable sizes of that blue, but maybe I can do something with it. All right, let me get into my big scraps and see if there's anything in the big scraps. Maybe use the yellow brick with those blue ladies. I have more butterflies as well. All right, I think we can get going with this. Oh, more butterflies. I have lots of chunks of butterflies. Okay. All right. Oops, I almost picked up the constructed piece. Then I would have lost it. And then like, how do I lose a whole page? All right, so right off the bat, I'm thinking if I could to do yellow bricks just here and here, and to try and make something with this lady that kind of goes all the way across. And I think it's going to be good enough. So I think that that's all that we'll need. I'm going to keep all these butterflies together. And I'm going to put these all together as well. So we're going to do some surgery. And I'm just feeling the edges to feel if the edges are rolled from however I cut them. And then I'm burnishing the ones that are rolled to help them kind of blend together a little bit better. So we're going to do paper surgery. And then I just want to see, do I think this one flows better like this or better like this? And I think just because this white one is pretty harsh right there, it's better like this. Okay. All right. So now that I have it like so, I can cut 7 1/4 chunks because that's what I need to go all the way across my little piece. And then I need to measure actually to see how tall they need to be. So let me get my book back. These pieces I know they just need to be 4 1/4 because my photo mat is 4 1/4. Uh, 2 7/8. That sounds familiar. Too bad I didn't remember it from earlier. Oh, except 2 7/8 was too long earlier. So I'm going to do 2 3/4. All right, so this is actually 3 inches because I just want to see. I actually only want to lose 2 7/8. So I do want it to be 2 7/8. So I just want to cut 1/8 of an inch off. All right, and I just threw it on the floor for some reason. So, all right, so that's gonna go right there. So, looks good. Doesn't look like surgery was performed. All right, so now we just need to repeat with this one. So, you know, we'll cut it to 7 1/4 and then we'll cut it down to 3 inches and then go from there. All right. And so that's there. And it's a little big. It's not too bad though. But yeah, I do need to lose another 1/8 of an inch. Alrighty. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so then we know 4 1/4, but then what's the height? And the height is going to be 7/8. Or the width is 7/8, sorry. Height is 4 1/4, width is 7/8. This is pretty good considering all we had was random squares of this paper. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking already. Very kind of romantic and ethereal. All right, so there's the layout. Now the only question is, I mean, that looks good. Do we want to maybe try and put some kind of sentiment? Because we could almost look like we have, you know, words floating away on the wind. If we could think of a little saying, I could maybe use my tiny letters stamps, but I don't know what we would put. So while we ponder that, you guys think, I mean, we can just leave it too. We don't have to do it. Or maybe write something in a white gel pen, because there are kind of white gel scribbles as part of the art for the page. What's on the brown sheet? It says, it's just coffee words. And it says, Monday, the day your weekend online shopping arrives. The 12 by 12. Oh, the 12 by 12 is just a big one of this, and it's all coffee words. Or do you mean, let me go look. Oh, I have an idea. There's a couple things we can do. We can take this, never forget how fabulous you are, and we can do something with this. Sorry. But, which I think could be cool, give it a graffiti look, because there is the brick. And that might be interesting. But there's also this one in here. Well, there's this one. We could just cut those out and put them like right there, just not on the yellow background. That's another thing. It'd be nice if there were like more phrases, but it's like grande, frap, latte. It's just like words like that. And then there's also, the only BS I need is bags and shoes. I don't know. That's not the vibe. That's not the vibe of this, I don't think. Let's see if we can do something fun with this gray thing. All right. I have some ideas. Okay, we're gonna do something with this. We're gonna make it work. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I'm just gonna cut them apart. And they'll be like word tiles. So we never forget how fabulous you now with the words. We're going to try it one way. I'm going to try them as letter tiles. And we'll arrange it all better. But we might also cut the letters out just like as, you know, letters. All right. Okay, that actually looks cool. I just need to arrange it better. So that's fine. We can make that work. So just go ahead, you know, always be willing to cut your stuff up. Because sometimes if you don't think like a gray block would work, but you like the sentiment and you like the colors, you can make it work like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink these. That's going to help. And, oh, this isn't stuck down, so I can actually work with it. So I'm going to ink, and this will, inking it very lightly just to take away the cut white edge to help it blend into the page a little bit better. With reading, if I have both the ebook and the audiobook, I try really hard to end on a chapter, but sometimes you just get really tired and you just can't. So you just got to call it, especially if you have like an ebook reader that isn't backlit, so that, you know, because you get tired. I find I get tired faster when I'm reading on the ebook readers that aren't backlit, like versus my phone or versus reading with a book with the light on. I get tired the fastest when I'm reading an ebook like that, like on a Kindle, like on the Paperwhite or the Oasis. All right, so the R is the hardest part. I have blue light glasses, and I think they help, but I don't know that they're like completely. It's still, I still stay awake longer, even because all my everyday glasses have blue light blocking now, and I still will be awake longer if I'm reading on the phone than if I'm reading on the Kindle. So I think it's not blocking like all of what is kind of keeping you up, although I'm sure it helps. All right, I think that that's going to be okay. So I'm going to get like right there. We can go ahead and just put it right there. And I'm just going to use liquid glue because that'll help with these small pieces. I want to get these bottom letters as straight as I can. I think that'll really help me. Yeah, I think it does help, Donna, but I don't think it completely blocks everything that is stimulating from the TV and the phone and all of that. Cuz yeah, like I said, I will stay up longer and later reading on my phone than I will reading on the Kindle, even with the blue light glasses. And then the audio book will really put you out, or at least with me, because you know, someone reading to you is like comforting, peaceful. Virtual classrooms must have been tough. Tough on everybody, huh? Kids, parents, schools. So next I'm going to do exactly bedtime story. I'm going to do the never forget at the top, and then I'll just put the how fabulous in the middle. I can see that. How kids who are easily distracted could maybe focus without the classroom environment. Not everybody learns the same way. So yeah, I think we are successful with our homemade embellishment here. All right, so I'm gonna stick these down, and I just want to make sure I put them, you know, right side up. So I just am gonna, this one doesn't matter which direction I put it down, just whichever direction looks better to me. But the other one, I'll just have to make sure I match it. Okay. And then I just said I had to look, and then I was putting it on upside down because I wasn't looking. You know, I didn't put any magnets. So, that's an unfortunate realization to have after I've completed the entire thing. So, oops. Ah, look how see, that turned out perfect right there. It looks great. All right, how do we... Well, they're just not going to have magnets. So basically, just put your magnets under your photo mats and use those to stick them together. So I just forgot that we have to hold the pages shut. I mean, I guess we don't have to. But, oh, maybe I can think of a way to hold them shut. Honestly, if I put this one like this, I could do one of those sliders on it, right? Because it could go under these. There's not a gap in between. We need a gap for those sliders to work properly. We're just going to have to not have magnets on this page. And it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. All right, so since that's done, I'm going to do a recording break here just so I don't have one like super long recording like I did this afternoon. Sorry about that. I should have done a recording break after the construction. Just didn't think about it. I guess I'm a bad YouTuber. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, so If you're watching live, just hang tight. Nothing's going to change for you. If you're watching in the recording, in the archives, or in the Album Basics Guide folder, then just click ahead to the next video to see the matting of the second piece of this page. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Alright, and then I'm just going to start that uploading, because that'll help you all get your videos faster. All right, I'll be back. Greetings, Glitter Gang. Happy Thursday. This is part 2 of the evening show. We just finished the matting for this piece. We made this a little homegrown embellishment. We did this afternoon, and one of the things I just noticed is that I forgot to do my magnets, but Gretchen helpfully pointed out in the chat that the magnets can go on top of the photo mats under the photos as well, so it's not that big of a deal. All is not lost. All is not lost. So if you get to this point and you're like, oh darn, the magnets, you can still get the magnets on. Just put them under your photos. All right. Okay. So now we have a whole new page to do. However, we've got to make sure it blends with this and it blends with this. So we want to make sure we have a little bit of yellow somehow. We want some of this blue and then probably some of this pink as well. So, so that's kind of the start. Now this piece is big enough that I could use it, and that pretty much gives me everything I wanted. It gives me the yellow, it gives me pink, blue, gray, so I absolutely could use this, and then we'll just figure out what we're going to put on it, like if in terms of embellishment, etc. So let's just go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to cut it into a 7 1/4 inch square. And then I'm going to keep this piece out to the side here, because what I may do is try and find something to do with the butterflies, mayhap, perchance, who knows, who knows. I also might, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. All right. I'm thinking I'm going to cut a 4 1/2 by 6 1/2 piece of this. And then we'll put that there. Let's see about the embellishments. Then we have got this element, which could actually be really nice on the brick, but I would have to turn the brick, so I'd have to cut the bricks again, which is fine. I can cut the bricks again. It's not the end of the world. All right. Yeah, that's okay. I just have to cut a 6.5 by 4.5 inch piece now. By the way, I think Blake Crouch has another one of his science thrillers coming out this year. So you can keep an eye out. I cut this to 4 1/4, so I just need to stick it back together so I can cut it properly. All right. I want these 4 1/2, not 4 1/4, because I want them to have a little bit of an oversized feel. All right. Okay, so that's a good start. Like that. Just then want to maybe add some little embellishments here, there, around it. So we got to go to our embellishment bag. Go to the embellishment bag. Get some embellishments. All right. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to cut the top off it. And then I'm going to cut around this and including this, and I'm going to try to remove the black line so that it just has a white line. So I'm cutting just to the inside of the black line so that the black line is removed. So I'm going to cut this, and then I'm going to do the same on this inside bit, and then try to see if I can like tuck this kind of so it looks like it maybe goes behind her head, or like she's layered over it or something like that, just to get that layered look without really using, you know, a ton of layers. Okay. Okay, I kind of like it, but it looks best like right here, and then it's a little too wide, as you can see. So that's just a maybe. We might just add like the feather. I want to use this somehow, but I just, actually maybe just like that tucked behind. I have an idea. All right, so all right, that looks a little better. Maybe that is what we'll do. All right, I think that's that, yeah. Okay. All right, so, I mean, there's other cards, but let's just kind of think about this here. Oh, maybe, I wonder if this one would be better because it's more blue. Let's try this one instead. See how we like it. There's just too many cute embellishments in the collection to choose from. That's the real issue. It's too many great options. Yeah. We need to talk about what kind of paper do you want to use for the Goldilocks album. Do you want to do, like, what themes do you need for albums? What are you looking for? I don't think we need the feather. All right, so here, I think this is it. Maybe we don't use this. Maybe we use both of these tucked like tabs at the top. I think that's better. All right. Let's start sticking stuff down. Sticking stuff down to the page. You have male overload in your family? Yeah, I don't think I've done a like explicitly masculine project in a long time. We did one for the Layers of Love album, which was like, I think 2014. So I think it may have been that long since I've done just a straight, just boys kind of album. Because they don't really make a lot of stuff, or I feel like when I've looked for masculine stuff, I haven't always loved it. And I always prefer, like, if I need something for men, to just use something like a photography themed or a vacation themed, like to theme it based on that. But I'll look and see what's around, and we can probably do one of them. Boy, one of them girl. Well, let me ponder. Because I did have fun with the masculine album, actually. So we found cool stuff for it, but eventually. Yeah, maybe we'll find a digital paper. That's a good idea. Because there really is poor male selection, I think. I agree. But with the digitals, we may be surprised. So maybe we'll find something that way. Okay. For this, all right, so those elements are all inked, ready to stick down. For this, we have to do the chomp. How does the Goldilocks album work again? So the Goldilocks album is just 3 albums that are 3 different sizes. And so what we're going to do is they'll have similar page elements, but each set of page elements will be kind of proportioned to work with them. And I think I'm going to do 6.5, 6.5, maybe 8. And well, I was 6.5, 8.5. Then I was thinking maybe 10, but I don't know, because it came about because I had requests to do smaller albums and requests to do bigger albums. So I'm trying to have a project that has a small album and a big album. I guess I technically don't need the middle album. I could I could cut myself some slack. I did these at 3.5, so this one will be at 3.25. So yeah, I was thinking 6.5 because 6x6, you have to crop all your photos if I do it 6x6. So I want to do, I think 6.5 square. So yeah, I'm just going to try and put the same elements in each album, but like sized for the album they're in. So I'm going to use the 3/8 inch punch on this corner because I used the 1/2 inch punch on this corner. And now I can ink this. And it's going to look like so. Yeah, you see a lot of trains, boats, cars, tools. But I'm also thinking fabrics like tweeds, plaids, you know, fabric-inspired patterns like tweeds and plaids. I liked, remember that Graphic 45 collection, that Gentleman one? That was so good. Did they ever do another one like that? Okay, so so really the Goldilocks album is, yeah, it's going to be 3 different sizes, and then they'll all have the same elements, but they'll be resized to be optimum for each album. Your albums are pretty much zoo, travel, flowers. Yeah. No new mail collection from Graphic 45 since Perfect Gentleman. And I've used Perfect Gentleman so much, it too is overloaded. Ah, okay. So that's a no-go then. That's in the no-go zone. All right. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a line of tape across the top of this so I can sort of stick these to the back of it. I wonder if that collection didn't sell well for them. I need to look at what some of the Prima collections, older Prima collections, have shown up on Snap Click Supply, which is one of the places we've gotten collections in the past. And Prima had like a printer themed one. Like printing press, you know. And that might work. They definitely had a printing one. Even their pastiche collection, which they changed the name of on Snap Click Supply. I think it's called Collage now. That collection has a more kind of bold, it has the bolder colors, like lots of burgundies and stuff. So that might even work. But I have been wanting to use, okay, so I do have to tuck this one behind. Okay, that's fine. No big. All right, so let's put but yeah, I bet if I look on Etsy, there'll be an artist who has something for us. Or maybe something from Prima on Snap Click Supply. Okay. So just going to take a line of tape and run it across the top of these two so that they are stuck down, as well as the photo mat itself. Now, just based on the speed of how this is going and how much time we have left in the year, I do not think we will start Goldilocks in 2021. But if there's a chance that we can start it in it can be the first class of 2022. The real holdup is like the box, you know, and then of course, because I like to spend so much time matting. That's because that's the part I like the best. It's what I really enjoy about crafting. It's what I find fun. So that's where I spend the most of my time. But then, well, you guys know, you watch the shows. So. All right. No long fingernails. I'm working on my Santa nails. My fall nails didn't survive Thanksgiving, and I haven't finished my Santa nails yet. But they're going to have a reindeer on one nail and a Santa on another nail, and then it'll be snowing on the other on the remaining nails. So I think it'll be really cute. But my Santa doesn't have a face yet. So he's a little haunting. he's a little creepy looking. So Thanksgiving was good. Thanksgiving was good. Nothing got set on fire, you know. So that's always a good start. Okay. Perfect. So those look good together. Everything's coming together. All right. So now what we're going to do is, but people just left on Tuesday. So I'm tired. Like, I'm tired. I have not bounced back from Thanksgiving yet. I'm looking forward to just not doing anything tomorrow. Because yesterday I was working on nails and stuff. And then I was working on Tuesday night. So I haven't had I'm just chilling day yet since everyone left. Okay, so I think that what I'm going to do, they did stay a while. Yeah. So let's see, we'll do 1, 2, we'll just do the same layout. So we need 2 big ones. Well, no, we need 3 big ones, right? Yeah, 3 big ones and 3 vertical ones and 2 horizontal ones. So let me cut another page of verticals. Okay. But, yeah, we're going to... All right, so we've got all of our photo mats. So let me cut down the 2 that are going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. It's 10 1/2. 10 1/2. And I put the paper on 6 1/4 and I cut up to 4 1/4. So, if you lay out your photos digitally, you can do it that way. Oh, that's very sad. We had a family, that friends of mine, like really, really close friends of mine from college that I've been in touch with all this time. And it was so crazy. The day before Thanksgiving, she had to suddenly fly out to California because her stepdad was gravely ill and in the hospital, and her mom needed help, like, getting all his affairs in order because it was just, like, they were sure that he wasn't going to make it, which he did not, unfortunately. And then while she was out there, her husband's father was also hospitalized and also did not make it. So now she's on the West Coast, he's on the East Coast. They both are trying to help their family deal, and they've got all their kids, and it's just a crazy situation. It's like just terribly, terribly unlucky. Of course, totally unrelated too, like just totally random, because, you know, they're on opposite coasts. It's not like they were all together and they all got sick, you know. So it was just, I feel so bad for them. I know, it's so crazy. I feel so bad for them. So I'm going to send a ham, I think, to where the husband is, because I know he's got all the kids. So hopefully, you know, that way at least they'll, you know, have something to eat off of. I mean, I'm sure people in the community are helping out. They're really tied into their community, and they're really well loved. But I was just like, because she, you know, I knew about her stepdad. She was out there, and then he posted on Facebook about his dad. Just totally, totally terrible. So, and now, like, you know, just logistically, what a nightmare. Let alone, of course, the grief and how horrible it is otherwise. But just like, feel so bad for them. So yeah, I'm gonna send a ham to you know, their home address, and then I also messaged her to let me know if there's anything I can do to help them out in California. But she messaged me that, like, their affairs are just not in order at all. Her mom doesn't know what's going on, so she and her brother are trying to sort all of that out. So, like, it's a big project. So yep. Oh, a woodsy Christmas paper with a lot of masculine patterns. That's a good idea. Yeah, because then it would have, like, plaids and, like, just outdoorsy. We could probably also, if I could find, like, a really good camping collection that had lots of, like, greens and browns and boots and things. That's another thing that we could look into. I mean, not all men like camping, obviously. But, you know, at least we would have, like, those outdoorsy patterns that are a little bit, you know, more plaid, less butterflies. Yeah, that's got to be stressful, Donna. Sorry for him, too. Alright, so I'm going to cut these apart and ink them and place them, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so let's ink. we put up the tree. Well, I didn't have to. So on Wednesday, what I did is I dragged the artificial tree and all the Christmas decorations out of the garage. And then anyone who didn't want to be in the kitchen cooking, or if there were too many people in the kitchen cooking that we couldn't do, there are too many people and people had to go, so they could go decorate. So now my house is beautifully decorated for Christmas, and I didn't have to do it at all because I was in the kitchen the whole time. So that was nice. I really enjoyed it, just having my tree decorated for me. Recommend that you get people to decorate your tree for you if at all possible. So if you can arrange it, highly recommended. Okay. So with this one, I think I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to do everything at the top. And then we'll decorate. Actually, I'll put this down. Yeah. We'll do it like that. Okay, so I'm going to use the 3/8 inch rounder on this corner. Well, hopefully everyone who's having a tough time right now, it will be resolved quickly. The kids have been decorating your tree for 4 days and you're ready to put the boxes away. Maybe it's not always. Oh, it's still the high 80s, 90s there, so no tree yet. Well, we finally got down into, not, I wouldn't say chilly, you know, or cold or whatever, but crisp, you know, where it's like, it's you know, it's not hot anymore. So, but it hasn't, you know, it's still the 70s for most days. So it hasn't really gone down. Melanie says, I tried that last year, but the tree was still naked, surrounded by boxes of ornaments on Christmas Eve. Oh no! It didn't work. Maybe it depends on who you have with you. different family members. My mom really likes decorating Christmas trees, so she organized everyone very quickly into a Christmas tree decorating brigade. And in fact, they had decorated the tree completely before we had even finished the gravy. So she had them all. Oh, see, I should have put it all the way to the top because now I'm going to have this weird little gap where there's another little tiny scrap of paper showing. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to live with it. Just going to live with it. All right, so let's do this layout. And I'm not going to worry about sticking those down and sticking it in the book until we've done it. So keeping in mind, again, this color palette, let's look at our scraps and see what goodies we might uncover. Okay, so maybe we'll put that little map there. That could be cute. And maybe a strip of that up there. And then we just need something here. It's gonna look good. What's on the other side of this? Oh, the yellow brick. Okay, well, Maybe not the yellow brick. What about this? I think it's too similar, but not quite right. Like, we would have to get rid of this, because these two look fine together. Ooh, that's kind of cute. Maybe a strip of the plaid. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Or maybe down there. Oh, now I'm hunting for plaids. It's a plaid hunt. Okay, so that's a little too small actually. I have a lot of this blue plaid, but I like the pink and gray. And then this is also pink and gray, so I'll set that out. See, look at that. That combination right there, very cute. The leopard, the pink and gray dots. I'm just going to see if I have any scraps. I mean, I have plenty of the pink and gray dots. I have tons of the pink and gray dots. But I don't have tons of leopard. I don't think. More of that, though. More of that. Okay. And what's on the back of you? There we go. That's cute as well. Okay. So that's a good color palette. So now I just have to find, oh, maybe I have. A nice big piece. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to cut new. That's okay. It's not going to kill me. I think, well, I don't know for sure if I'm going to have to cut new, but let's see. All right. So we've got yeah, there's not really, I'm looking to see if there's a place I can join these two up, and there's really not. And neither of them is big enough on its own. I mean, this one is big enough to go there or there, but I think it's a little, I think I want the darker gray up there. So let's see. Okay. Now this piece, I could probably join. You can see that it's just one square that repeats, and it's this square that just repeats. You can kind of see how there's a grid. So I could probably cut it in such a way that I could, you know, make it work. But really what I need is for it to be taller. And if I cut it like right here and then stick this one on top, I don't have a full another leopard there. Now, so, and I would have the same problem over here as well. So that's not gonna quite work either. Now I might be able to just put, oh, this one will fit here. So I can put that there and put that there. And then here, I don't know. What would be best there? Should we just do this dark gray again? Actually, that is cute. In the chat, they're talking about kids and grandkids on the tree, getting on the tree and whatever, or cats and grandkids. And it's funny because I have these beautiful vintage blown glass ornaments. They're red, they're gold, they're incredible, and they have been locked up for years because of these cats. So, and what's on my tree are cat-proof ornaments from Target. So, because yes, it's the cats. The cats that are really like the enemy of trees. Although Kitty has started doing this. It's so cute. Where she sits on the couch in front of the tree and just looks at the tree and takes naps. It's really cute. All right, so 2 7/8. You'd think I would remember that by now, but I probably won't. All right. And then this will have to be cut on the curve. So I'm going to use the wide tape on the edge. So that'll be good there. All right, let me get the punch board. Oops, that's not correct. Darn it. I think I'm gonna let it just let it go though. There we go. All right, that's close enough. Okay. So, got that. Yeah, Kitty just really likes looking at the lights. It's very charming. Although they did snatch one of the cat-proof ornaments off the tree and then chase it around the house together like it was a ball. So that's why we have cat-proof ornaments on the tree. We don't have a tree topper anymore. Something happened to ours, so I need to look into getting something. I would like a star, like just a twinkly light star. But I'll also Tiny Cat has in years past really enjoyed sleeping under the tree, but I haven't seen her really doing it this year. But she, I think, is on a mission right now to stake out our bed as her territory, her personal territory. So we shall see. All right, so this is this an inch? 7/8. of course. Couldn't be easy. Maybe I'll get a little Ken doll and put a trench coat on it and make it the angel from Supernatural. Okay, so ooh, a snowflake would be nice. A snowflake or a star. Yeah, I'd like something like gold, maybe with twinkly lights. Because the tree is red and gold. So your tree topper is a Santa hat? That's a cute idea. Hallmark is a good idea. I need to go to Hallmark anyway because I want to get some like really cool, really beautiful, like elaborate, unique Christmas cards. Since 3 people are getting like tickets to things, and I want to have, you know, I want to put their tickets in like really nice cards, and I don't want to make them. I don't want to make them. So, I almost cut that the wrong size. I need this to be 2 7/8. All right, so that there. And then I want to see if there's anything we can use to decorate this piece. To jazz it up a little bit. All right, so let's get our bag of embellishments. I like that this is pink, but it says nothing haunts us like the things that we didn't buy. And I don't want it to be so much like shopping. You know, we used a lot of the shopping stuff in the other album that we did with this collection. So I'm just trying to think of what else I can use from the collection to make sure I use like a lot of different things. I mean, she's a possibility. She's a little small compared to some other stuff, so I'm not like totally loving it. Maybe I'll cut that so that it looks like it's paper clipped on. That would be cute. Damn. I wish I had something long and narrow, but I don't think I do. Yeah, see? I mean, I could give up shopping, but I'm no quitter. But again, I don't necessarily want to lean so hard into the shopping in this album. But I may have to, because I may not have a ton of options. Because we have done some damage on this collection. And I had many packs of it. So I could use this Makeup is Art, Beauty is Spirit, this blue. Try and somehow find a place to put that there. But yeah, I think I like that. I like the Friends of a Feather, but it's not, you know, it needs to be tall. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's okay if it doesn't have an embellishment there and we just do the lunch date. So maybe I'm just overthinking. Let's just do the lunch date. And all right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put tape on it and then cut it out and stick it in. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before where I'm cutting the black off and then leaving just the white edge. All right, so I'm gonna just keep going around the edge of this. Hi, kitty. You ready for me to be done? I'm about ready to be done, kitty. I don't know why I'm so tired, but I am. All right. Okay, so we've got that lunch date there. And I don't know what's it. Hi. Oh, look at this cute little lady. There's a cute little lady on the floor. Yes. You want to come say hi to your friends? She's like, no, I would like to chew this piece of plastic. Hopefully that's okay with you. Do I have any ladies I could like cut out of here? Just like, I want a nice lady in a dress standing right there or something. Goodness. It's always just kind of just irritating when I can't find, when I'm like in my head, I'm like, this is what it needs. Maybe on that Cinderella card, there's a lady, right? All right, so Melanie says Echo Park has a lumberjack Christmas. I can't use it anymore, Echo Park, this year. Echo Park is a real struggle for me. That company and I are a mismatch. I really have, okay, here it is. I mean, I could maybe use it combined with something else. But I really have a tough time with Echo Park. I realized on the other books in the, because we used a CARTA collection and an Echo Park collection in the other 2 volumes, and those were tough for me after a while. All right. I don't think Cinderella's going to work. I think I just have to let it go. Just let it go. All right. So, okay. I don't know what to do about a woman, because I wish I had a woman just standing right there. So what I'm going to do is, but I want her to basically fill that space. So I'm just gonna look in the at the paper and see if there is something I can print bigger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a recording break here so that all the stuff with Photoshop is in its own recording, so that if you are not interested in that, you can just skip over the Photoshop stuff. So if you're watching live, just hang tight because nothing's gonna change for you. If you're watching in the archives or in the album basics guide folder and you want to see the Photoshop, go to the next video. If you don't want to see the Photoshop, go to the video after that. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Okay. Why do I always have to make things hard for myself? That's the real question. Why can't I just be happy? Okay. Let's do PC desktop. And then we need all right, so there's a lady. This paper has ladies. Maybe we can do something with these ladies. Of course, we have that weird floating head lady, but I don't think we'll use her again so soon. And honestly, maybe even Cinderella, we can just make Cinderella bigger and use her. There is a Starbucks type coffee cup. Yes. All right. So with ladies, we have these 3 ladies, and we did say it's like this. See up here, it says lunch date with the girls, which is what the card says. Actually, it says lunch date with the girls. Oh, I'm not recording. Sorry. Hold on one second. Okay. So this is the 3rd recording for the December 2nd evening show. We're going to see if we can get some sort of embellishment to go on the page we just completed. She would be too hard to cut out because she's surrounded in the flowers, so I'm going to close her. And then with these, they're on a pattern that's very different from what we're doing. Whereas Cinderella is on pink. So I think Cinderella is what we're going to go with. So, I mean, once we cut her off the thing that says Cinderella, she is going to look more like Breakfast at Tiffany's anyways. So what I'm going to do is crop her nice and close. All right, and then drag her over here. All right. Okay. And now we just need her to be like 6 inches. So she's 4 now. All right. Okay. I'm going to rotate her. So that I can print her on a scrap. So just put her way up here at the top. And that way I can print her on a scrap. Print. Well, that did not take all that long, actually. Okay, dokes. Gonna move it to the craft desk, and I'm gonna go put a scrap of paper in there and Hi, kitty. Hello. It's gonna print quickly because it's not that big, so we won't have that long to wait. So that's not bad. All right. Okay. Now, here she is. So Gretchen says that she doesn't think a pair of shoes has ever changed her life, and then she took it back because her mom made her wear saddle shoes to school. Does anyone remember jellies? Why did we do that? What was wrong with us? So now everyone's talking about their childhood trauma, shoe-related trauma. All right, so I never had cool clothes growing up. Oh, funny. We had some say in our clothes, but it wasn't a lot. I mean, I don't wear particularly cool clothes now, I don't think, but yeah, that's a good point. Luckily, there's no social media. There was no social media, so none of my fashion disasters are immortalized. I mean, there are photos, but you have to break into my mom's house to see them, so I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. Oh, that's funny. The sibling rivalries. Yeah, I mean, 'cause there's 8 years between my brother and I, and my parents' economic circumstances were way different for him than for me. And I always was resentful growing up of all the stuff that he didn't have to struggle. He didn't have to struggle for. I mean, I'm over it. But like growing up, there would be times when it'd be like, well, I never got, XYZ thing. Dance. Dance, dance, dance. All right, so I'm cutting our arms out. All right, there she goes. All right, perfect. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So we are all good. Yeah, we did a lot of shopping at. There was an outlet mall not too far from where we lived. So that's what we did a lot of bargain hunting, going through racks and racks and racks looking for like the few good things. Although at that mall, I once found a pair of Stuart Weitzman pumps for $70. So not a total like waste of time, but that was years later when I was an adult and buying my own clothes. So all right, perfect. So there she is. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted something tall. All right, so I think that will satisfy me and I'll be able to rest easy. I will be able to sleep knowing that this page is actually done and not just I gave up on it done. So thanks for indulging me, everyone. All right, so next week, I actually really like how it looks with her there. It's a nice vibe. So, oh yeah, see, there we go. Cute. Okay, so next week, what we'll do is we will stick this in the book, add the 2 photo mats here and here, and then decorate this out, and then this page will be done. And then we'll do the same thing as this page. We're going to flip to the back and we'll do it on the back. We'll do the two on the back. And then the final thing we'll do will be this like giant one. So we'll finish all the small ones before we move on to the giant one. But we are in good shape. It's looking so cute. This is probably my favorite of the 3. And then of course after this we have to do the box. Hopefully we can get it all done before the end of the year. Remember that in 2 weeks is book club. And we're going to be discussing on the 16th, so not next week, but the week after that, we're going to be discussing the Jasmine Guillory book, the Royal Wedding book, or whatever it is. Then the 23rd, we will probably not have class, so that people can do their holiday preparations and stuff, but I don't know for sure. I haven't decided yet, but that's probably not. I just don't know what we have going on. But I know a lot of people are traveling and all that, so we probably won't have class on the 23rd. And then on the 30th, we'll discuss Little Women and finish up what we, well, hopefully we can finish up the book. But we made a lot of progress today, and we just have to finish this, do the covers, do the box. There's no way we're getting this done before January, but let's stay positive. We can do it. We can get it done before January, everyone. We can. If we just keep making progress like this, we can do it. For sure, we can do it. So the box is easy. Luckily, the box is easy. So thanks so much for watching and joining me today and working on this album. There are links in the video description for our Facebook group, the archives if you want access to the archives, links to supplies I use, links to the album basics guide if you want to make one of these yourselves. And I will see you next Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time and 9 p.m. Eastern USA time for more fun with this album. We're going to get it done. We're going to finish our book club. We got a lot going on before the end of the year. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.